still plugging if you want.
So this first set under here would be A, we're going for B. We'll go ahead and plug it in here and here. You can come into the maintenance, make sure B's reading here and B's reading there. After that point, you could run ampere heating recipe, which you have A and B. If you like, you can come into chart, go to heating too. You can come into chart, settings. I know where it's at, so it's a little easier for me. So you do ampere heater temperature 2, and then I'll do temperature set point. So that's a real quick lesson on the charts. I'm bringing up 3 pens. Again, you can only have 10 at any given time. So, I'll drop this. Now I can run a heater recipe. And you should see, if you wanted to come to here, I didn't reset the air, so it's not going to do anything. So I'm going to stop that. So 3B still has an error.
You already enabled it.
I haven't enabled it either, so it still has an error. I got to clear the error up. Yeah, because it doesn't turn it on. Well, it turns it on here. But I don't believe it clears it off. So let's do it anyway. Maintenance heater setup with 3B reset. Now we'll go back and run the recipe. Looks like it's already running anyway. Enable, set point. Now this, you can't see the PID values here. You have to come to this feature. So now 3B is running. Yeah.
Why the second temperature is still running?
It's coming. So this is your ramp. Okay, so this is your set point climbing. So this is just an example of how you can watch something real time with this part. You'll have to experiment with this, because this part isn't in the manual. Now this will run that heater recipe up. And if there's any questions, you can just call in and say, hey, can you look at this?
What do you open this part again?
Down here. So you can watch it come up nicely. You can do it on an empty ampule. You can bring that heater over to the water ampule and just check it to make sure if you want to run the heater on the water ampule, not on the actual precursor, that you know in your mind how that graph should look. And you can run it like this. It takes a little over an hour to run it up nicely, but you can see how nice the chart is. And then you can take the data from that and you have the option to save. You can save it over here. You can add more parameters too. You can change the scaling on your axis. This is just something, it'd be good to come in and play a little bit.
Sure you want to cross?
Yes. And you could do multiple charts if you want. So we're just going to skip that. Then it goes to a steady state, which is the second part with the integral in there. Then it gives an hour for that. So I just stopped it. I'm not going to turn that off. So that's how you would run an ampere heater. So now you're all done for today or whatever. I'm assuming we're done with questions on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how would you go about wrapping this up?
By closing?
Well, you need someone here.
Off on valves, off on heaters, 0 on phones, and closes. Can I go further?
Yeah. So you have to decide. We already closed the water valve. Is the water valve closed now? No. Okay. Make sure all precursors are closed. TMA was closed earlier. Now, what do you want to do with your bottled gas and your compressor?
You can use that for this one.
Compressor uses both?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you just have to put this on. Okay.
So switch off the compressor?
Well, you're going to run it for over here. So, are you going to keep the bottles open or closed?
Yeah, give me a share, or
This?
Great.
This?
I think
Oh,
we
you
have
bring it
gas
over.
line in the place.
Okay, that's for you to decide how you want to do that. So, you can, if you're done, you can shut off, close that valve and shut off the front one.
Close the software.
Or you can leave it open. You might as well close it because you're going to lose power. So this way you're courteous to the software. Close the software, shut down the computer.
Yeah, so that
So when we start this, just plug it in and turn on the computer.